I think we should talk a little bit more about like what the goal is. Like, what are we doing with the?
Okay, so the goal is, one,
I think we should talk a little bit more about like what the goal is. Like, what are we doing with the?
Okay, so the goal is, one, every time I see a tornado or something of that nature,
Hurricane,
yeah, floods, anything of that nature, you know, just being that I've been around it a lot, I've been in the oil field, I've seen how it just devastates communities. So we set up our nonprofit to help with housing, to help in the communities we invest in, and to help with disaster relief. So essentially, if, you know, we know a family that lost their house to a fire, we helped a family like that probably, heck, were you even around us when we did that?
That was the first.
2017?
Yeah, that was your first one where you met those folks and
moved
in a trailer and fixed it up.
We donated a trailer. We've, you know, their house burnt down, just a random occurrence. But anytime you've been around that, you know that, you know, it's like, you know, I almost feel guilty that I hadn't done more so I could help more. You know, it's like I would love to be able to stroke a check and help families. The original idea behind the nonprofit that we just didn't make the move then was when the 7 police officers were killed in downtown Dallas, one of their families called us to buy the house, and we did buy the house. We did buy a, dilapidated house in Corsicana. It was pretty rough, but I had this idea where, what if we fixed this house up and we raffled it off and we gave the money to the families? You know, would that be plausible? The problem was, to do a raffle in Texas, you have to have a nonprofit that's been in existence for 3 years, and we couldn't do it. Like, we couldn't get a nonprofit to go along with us. We couldn't get anybody behind it. So, I mean, we just couldn't do anything with that property. We ended up just selling it. I mean, we did buy it from the family, and he had 6 kids, and they got the money, and, you know, it worked out. You know, we helped them there, but we couldn't help them further, and that kind of just always bothers. I don't know if it bothers is the right word, but you just wish you could have done more. Like, you know that you got the equipment, you got the skill set, you could have done more. So, you know, at that time we weren't set up to do it. But, you know, when you're also struggling through business and you're not, you know, you're just trying to figure this shit out on your own, you can't. It's like being on a plane. You put your mask on first before you can help somebody else. Same thing. I mean, we weren't in a real position to help more. Now we are. We have the nonprofit. When we do recognize a family in need that has a house burnt down or something like that, we will be able to make a move and help them either replace the house or replace the contents or replace something about it. If you enjoyed this video, please, for the love of God, let us know in the comment section. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know every time a new one drops.